It's a place well hidden. It's just below the above. Easier to sneak around in the dark, though. Out of Date's impressed you made it this far, but there's still so much left to do. The end of the world is still on everyone's minds. You've beaten a path where you have the power to destroy or save everyone. Question is, what you'll do with that responsibility. He can sense that your heart beats steadily and acknowledges that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Thinks it's important that you remember who you are and where you came from. Someone without knowledge of their history. It's important to stay grounded. You share the same fate as the tree. Out of Date says there's... Think of the present, because that's where you are. It's time to set your priorities as the one who If you continue to do good, good will follow you. If the world really does end, there won't be anywhere to run. So, he's prepared. He hopes you're right. He gets that you mean the journey continues either way, but personally he wants the tree to survive. Out of Date says there's no clear record of the chain of events that changed the course of history and brought the... He's found evidence on the Ark, records of a crisis, decades of... The contamination disrupted what we now know as key energy, He's been told the blight affected everything at a genetic level. It was only those that changed. He understands you are curious about the ship at the foot of the tree. The Ark predates the back-in days, and now, after years of... The Ark has room for 4 more, and he trusts you'll apply wisdom to your compassion and choose whom to save if the world comes to end. He'll keep the seats open, and you are free to invite up to 4 others to join you in the Ark. Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy. He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Goop in the southeast. Out of Date says that even though he's unsure about your intent, he says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Goop... That's the sound of impending doom. Out of Date's premonitions of imminent disaster are true. The porcupine needs to be handled. Out of Date says that Goop is worried now that the Southeast World Eater is stepping up its... He explains that Goop is working on a goo-gliding vessel in order to get to the World Eater, but needs help to get it. Out of date suggests that you should head southeast as fast as possible and see what you can do to help. He wonders what's on your mind.
Mok.
You don't get to wander below ground like this every day. When a story comes to you, pay attention. Odd things lurk in the darkest parts of the underworld. That there's Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there. Watch out for tropic-crazed gnats. Let's see. Says it's good to see you again. He's Goop. You might remember him from the old days when he tried to teach you how to swim. Goop says you were always so righteous as a child, and he can still feel it, even at a distance. Goop says memories fade surprisingly fast. We are all pieces of what we remember. He can't tell you much as he says that the catastrophe back then didn't. Now the time has come for you to remember and act. Your life. He thinks that's the right thing to do. It's only when you have forgiven that you'll find.
That's so bright!
Seriously, you like the shine?
You just don't want anyone to get a good look at you.
Dark is stylish?
Lie to yourself all you like, darling.
Can hardly thanks you for doing everything you could to de-goop the surf. Thinks the Myriad made a good match with you. You're both like sunshine on the surf. But hey, back to the goo. Knows yesterday is already gone. It's what you do. He can't leave the Subnautica Station, as the pollution has worn down the insulation of his suit, so you must salvage enough. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make. It's not that it won't keep your head above the surface, but it needs improving to carry you across the thick goo out. Nothing's more important right now than this. Cutting edge. Such a bright day to wander around in. Like firing tiny spears. Double fun. Whack 'em, crack 'em! Much harder to see outside now. Toxanol's offshore drilling caused oily matter. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. He's got the goo glide functional. You'll have a pull hook and a salvage net, but no armor and There are lots of valuables left behind on the surf floor that the salvage net will enable you to haul. You just need to find the right spots. Goop says Gizmo's devised a cannon for the goo glide, but instead of bullets, it flips quacks, squeaky distractions for the triple attentive porky puff, which will give you time to get yourself in position. The best way to find quacks is to talk to Gulp. He has the bearings of the surf archipelago and knows where the quacks like to float. This means you'll have the privilege of visiting Gulp in the Sinky Dink. He'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find quacks. He's not sure, but the quacks are probably a leftover from a cargo surfer that went under in the olden days. The squeaky material must have made them... Sound seems to travel farther at night. Under your own power, lots of notices on the board for things that made sense in the days when the surf was a lot cleaner. Interesting to see what they cared about here. Wonder if any of it matters now. In the old days, this was a port for boats that went under the surf. They helped clog the surf into goo. Toxanol didn't do it on purpose, I don't think. Their machines made a mess, though, and they never cleaned up after themselves. You should be able to find a track here, just need to keep your eyes open. Vroom, vroom. Who'd leave rubber scrap lying around like that? You're poking around Pockbur, a prime village. E-waste, the stuff you need. This here is the Sinky Dink, home of Gulp, at the very least. We all share the same destiny, destruction or survival. Let's see. He's pretty sure he's heard of you before, although the details are maybe a little hazy. Guesses he does, but it's a long life in a wild world. Sometimes he's shaken, not stirred. Says you look like you've got a powerful thirst to do something in this world. Good, bad, not really sure, but it seems like you've... Wonders if you could take the time to help a man slake his own thirst. You'd be doing him a liquid solid. You're a do-gooder, so you know you want to. Either way, he hopes you find a way to wet your whistle before the world comes to an awful dry end and leaves us all thirsting for more. Says life's like a mystery drink. Sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes it's awful. But either way, you can't stop drinking till you're dead. Sure, but that's nowhere near as quick and easy. Who wants to stop to chew? Wants to raise a glass to you getting the world fixed up a bit. Respects how you always try to help, no matter that the world's fate is hard to swallow. Sees why you joined up with the Myriad. They like a peaceful drink, just like you. Something calm and soothing for your belly. But who cares about them? Says you'd be as bummed out as him if you came for the hot stuff. The Glugmocker, Nimhimbibble, and his favourite radium syrup. That one's even more intoxicating now, aged in truck tankers and all. Without a drink, and radium syrup especially, he can't move, much less think, as the power of his mind is directly proportioned to the quantity of syrup he swigs. That's why he's called Gulp. The drink helps him forget the state the world is in, but it only says that's what gives your internals such a great glow. He wants you to know he has other interests, too. He's the Surfipelago's self-proclaimed ornithologist, for example. There are other ways than a cold drink to relieve stress, even in these dark times, and, fortunately for you, he can help. Watching Pippi's flap is calming, but better yet are the ones you can look at and touch, like quacks. Squeezing them is a great way to relax. Says he's not sure you can. Physically, that is. There's no squeeze in the world able to counteract his expansiveness. Gulp. Says they like your kind. Don't stay too long. Who knows what lies beneath? Time to over the goo. The Quack Hollow. It's just lonely. There are places a goo glide can't go. There's not much left of what we used to call our world. That's more than stuck. Bolted shut. Gonna need a key of some kind. There are things out there waiting for you. Like stabbing from a distance. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Feel that thing thrum? Ah, life on the go. That's enough quacks to sustain the Googlide flipper with it. Goop says he was there when the Porky Puff took Out-of-Date's leg, so this World Eater has made it personal. After that, Out-of-Date started using his head instead of his legs and came up with the plan on how to best make a stand against the World Eaters, and it wasn't by foot. He seems happy to talk. Didn't have much else to say, so no problem. Time to get a move on before all your chances slip on by. Tread soft. That's a monster nest, if ever I've seen one. There's something there. Stronkers. If you have to cross goo, do it like this. Give it some gas. all the health.